very good evening and thank you for tuning in to India Today. I'm Suyesha Savant. You're watching Super 6. We get you all the top stories we're tracking for you this evening. But the two stories that are our top focus. Heartless Bengaluru that watched a man die. He suffered a heart attack. He went to two hospitals to receive treatment. But not only did the hospitals pass him, while he received that heart attack, he was literally on the road and onlookers who watched by. Remember that road full of people. He was with his wife, but not one savior who extended any sort of help. In the city of Silicon, heart of stone is what has been reported. Our other top story, as there is relief for Gandhis in the National Herald case. ED stumbled, and it is certainly a breather for the Gandhis. But Congress that staged a dharna from the Sansad to Karnataka, where they said that the Gandhis are being targeted by the centre, and this is nothing but political vendetta. We'll discuss these stories in greater details. And first up, getting you shocking and deeply disturbing details of an incident that occurred in Bengaluru. A 34-year-old man who lost his life after suffering a heart attack on a public road while help never arrived. The incident occurred in this prime area on the 13th of December in Bengaluru, where the victim, his name was Venkat Ramanan, he suffered a cardiac arrest while he was riding a two-wheeler with his wife. As he collapsed on the road, his wife desperately pleaded for help, but passers-by who failed to respond. With no ambulance available, the couple attempted to reach a hospital on the bike. But while on the way, his condition worsened and he succumbed before medical help could reach him on time. The tragic death that has triggered outrage across the city, once again raising serious questions about public apathy and the failure of emergency response systems in Bengaluru. Let me cut across to my colleague Sagai Raj, who's been tracking all the developments. Sagai Raj, first up, put out the entire series of events of what had happened, of the man who suffered that heart attack. His wife accompanied him on the bike. He was driving the bike himself. But two hospitals who did not attend to him. And as he received that heart attack, onlookers just turned a blind eye.
Absolutely. What we get to learn through the family members is that he has got some chest pain, and immediately they go to one of the hospitals and they have not given the required medication and advised him to go to Jaideva. And they have also told him that it was a mild heart attack, and he was riding his bike with the same pain, and he suddenly collapsed and both of them fell on the road, and he struggles on the street, and she waited for close to 5 to 6 minutes on the road without even any kind of help by the passerby. And she pleads the vehicle. She tries to stop the vehicles. None of the vehicles stops them. But after 6 to 7 minutes of this particular incident, there are few Samaritans who come forward, help him, shift to the hospital. But what we get to learn through the family members is that by the time he could reach hospital, the doctors have said that he was brought dead. And they also claim that if he would have got medical help on time, probably they could have saved him. And this is the entire sequence, and this has happened early in the morning around 4 o'clock. And you can see in the visuals, the CCTV camera, that clearly shows that she's pleading the people, pleading the motorbikers and people who were on the car, but nobody stops them, nobody helps them. Probably if it would have helped, probably that 3-4 minutes time, the buffer time that he had, if they would have helped him to shift to the hospital, probably they might have saved him.
Extremely unfortunate to the news that has come in. And Sagai Raj, the sad part is this could happen to anyone who could be on the road. It could be any one of us who could be suffering from something like this, but no help that came to that man whatsoever. Sagai, I want to thank you for joining us on the broadcast and getting us all those details this evening. I'm being joined by our special guest, Dr. Sharad Agarwal, who's former President IMA, and Sandeep Aniruddhan, who's a citizen activist. Dr. Sharad Agarwal, I'd like to come to you first to understand, sir, whether this is even legal. Can any hospital refuse emergency treatment, especially in a case like this, citing lack of infrastructure or lack of doctors in such a case? And in this particular case, as I read, sir, that man suffered a mild heart attack in the second hospital. They conducted an electrocardiogram, but they did not give him any primary treatment. They did not administer Isordil 5 tablet. Rather, they sent him out even without an ambulance.
This is very unfortunate that somebody lost his life But definitely, as per the prevailing laws also and the ethics also, no hospital can refuse any kind of emergency. Number one. Number two, we have to understand that all the hospital they have the category. Suppose starting from a single specialty to the super specialty and multi specialty. So I am not aware that which kind of hospital they went in the early morning, but that is the law and that is ethical also, that we nobody should refuse, and we nobody should refuse, and we don't refuse. But whether they went to a hospital which is equipped with the this critical care, because in the emergency they can only see and they can only advise. But if a person required any intervention, then definitely they should have that critical care and cardiac backup, that should be there. So because I am not aware which kind of hospital, but you are absolutely right. Number one, hospital cannot refuse the emergency to attend emergency. Number two, the bypasser. See, the government recently started the training through Indian Medical Association. We have started a project countrywide to train the public on the basic life support and advanced cardiac life support. It is a huge task, and we don't get any help from the government or any agency. We are organizing it on its own. And our first step is to train all the health worker, and this year we have started, and we have started and saying all the branches, our more than 1800 branches in entire country, and through our branches we have started this project, train the healthcare worker first for the advanced cardiac support. And after that, the second step, we'll like to train the pupil and public for the basic life support. So that, as you rightly said, at the 4 a.m. in the morning, very few, first of all, very few people are passing there, and whoever are passing, they didn't they care and offer the help. This is very unfortunate, and this is also show our social fabric of our pupil, that we most of the people now living in the social media or the virtual media, rather than helping actually the pupil. We say our heartfelt, our emotions only on the social media.
Hmm.
But probably we are lacking this, and this is a very crucial point you are raising, that a person is thriving for the life, and people were passing and nobody offered the help.
All right, let me also take this point to Sandeep Aniruddhan. Sandeep, training people to help in an emergency like this is one thing. But how do you evoke that sentiment in Indians to actually go across and help? Because many a times people also feel that it is staged. It could rather be a trap for them. How do you evoke that sentiment to just go out there and help?
There are two aspects to this. One is, of course, the public apathy. I think it's also because it was early in the morning, and it's considered night time, and at that time people are very suspicious of stopping to help people. It's an unfortunate outcome of, I think, modern life and the urban situations where people are extremely suspicious of others. People generally don't trust each other. The second aspect, and that I don't know how to deal with it. Frankly speaking, to to evoke trust among our fellow people is a very gargantuan task, because uh, today life in cities is filled with stress, people suspicion, and all of that. Nothing seems to be going right. But the hospital situation, under law, a hospital has to deal with emergencies, no questions asked. They have to provide whatever relief is possible and only then ask questions. That's a given in law. But coming to this situation where it is a cardiac arrest, this is a critical kind of thing which I don't think layman first aid will help, or things like you need specialist care. In this case, the hospital's responsibility was not to turn them away. They should have immediately engaged an ambulance and send them to a hospital where specialization was available. And not to have done this was dereliction, absolutely. And I think the hospital should be, whichever hospitals did this, should be called out for that. I think hospitals should stop behaving like businesses. I mean, they are businesses, let's accept it. They literally run on profit motive, But when it comes to life and death situations, at least, I think if it doesn't exist in the framework of law, I think on their own, because they are highly profitable operations, they should set aside about 5 or 10% of their turnover or profits to deal with such critical care, emergencies, and even pro bono treatment situations. I think they owe it to the public and to themselves. Otherwise, they don't deserve this tag of being, this exalted uh, profession, which is about care and things like that. This is not the best depiction of that. I think you need to have some framework in place where emergencies should be dealt with on a war footing, and then anything else. You just can't ignore and dismiss situations like these.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And let me take this to Dr. Sharad Agarwal, because this is not even a remote village that we are talking about. We are talking about a metro city, Silicon Valley. We are talking about Bengaluru, which has ample infrastructure, a large population living there. And for a hospital to respond to a patient in a heart attack like that, not even administer a medicine to him, how do you possibly react to the emergency ambulance response system that is failing in urban India? And shouldn't action be taken against this hospital?
First of all, I will not say that unless until we have the evidence that. First of all, we have to understand the cardiac emergency is it gives very short time, and the symptom, because the lifestyle is changing, and now the young people are getting the myocardial infarction, and typically it seems to be inferior wall myocardial infarction in the 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the winter session. This is a typical symptom of myocardial infarction. And if by chance or unfortunately, if the patient doesn't reach to a cardiac setup, and the intervention is not started, so it's very difficult to save. Number one. Number two, that whether the hospital is equipped with that. Suppose a hospital running on only the eye specialty, they may not be able to save in these kind of emergency. You have to understand we have to understand there is a specialization. Hospital doesn't mean that hospital deals with all kind of emergency. This is a myth. Number two, I don't think that hospitals are filing in their duty, and the doctors are filing in their duty. We do lot of charity and lot of services. Yes, still we can say this is not enough. This is not enough. And in my view, the loss of life, and that is young life, is unfortunate. We cannot justify by any logic. That no logic can suffice the loss of life. But we have to think that what could be done, what could be increase the trust factor, how we generate that trust factor, how we, because we don't have where we have ambulance this system. We have in the government, we claim we have this ambulance response system, but does it actually work? I don't think. And that too in the 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't think. Though we have, the government is spending money, but again I am saying, spending money is the one part, and the quality of the operation is the other part. So only spending money will not suffice. It has to be the quality of the money. And see, this is the health is the state responsibility. So if state is responsible for all these things, this is the private doctor, private hospital. They are doing their job,
Right.
and they are not getting anything in the subsidized rate.
Right.
So because in the CPA, the government and the society itself brought the medical profession into the Consumer Protection Act.
But fact
So
is, sir,
when
that
there's a consumer
such
protection
help
Act,
has to be accessible
yeah,
to the common man. It is not just for the
absolutely,
VVIPs to be
absolutely,
attended. And they have to be
absolutely,
made so
absolutely.
accessible when it comes to helplines, when it comes to just reaching out, especially in the case of cardiac emergencies. Dr. Sharad and Sandeep, I want to thank you for joining us this evening, as we'll continue to reflect on ways that can be induced to help when it comes to such emergencies. At the moment, we cut across to breaking news coming in. We're just getting details of how the Luthra brothers have now been remanded to 5 days police custody, remand by the Goa court. In fact, they will be produced in court again on the 22nd of December. So as we understand, at the moment, the Luthra brothers have been remanded to 5 days police custody where they will be interrogated. Remember, one of the Luthra brothers who this morning had complained of a chest pain, and he was also taken to the hospital. Some were also suspicious whether this is an attempt to postpone the interrogation of sorts. But now the Goa court has remanded the Luthra brothers to 5 days police custody, and they will be produced again in court on the 22nd of December. Cutting across to Devyesh Singh, joining us live with further details of what happened in court.
Well, in the court when this afternoon, Luthra brothers were brought to the court. Saurabh Luthra and Gaurav Luthra. Gaurav Luthra had complained of pain in L4, L5 lower back pain and demanded that a mattress be given to him while he is in custody. So medical checkup was done before that also, but it did not give details about the L4, L5 issue that Gaurav Luthra was facing. So the magistrate sent again the Luthra brothers for a medical checkup and specifically asked the doctor to give details if he needs a mattress or not, or he can do without a mattress while in custody. He was taken for medical, checkup was done, and doctor finally gave that mattress is not needed. Following that, the magistrate denied their application for a mattress in police custody. After hearing the police statements and the demands of police, the need for their remand custody, the grounds that were raised by the police, court remanded Luthra brothers to 5 days police custody till December 22nd. They will be produced again in court on December 22nd. Meanwhile, their interrogation starts once they reach the Anjuna police station just a while from now.
All right, Devyesh, many thanks for getting us the latest. We wait and watch how the investigation continues. But Devyesh, before I let you go, it is also important to now understand how the Luthra brothers will be interrogated, what will be the line of questioning, because the Luthra brothers have tried their level best to get away from this investigation, to get away from facing the law. And those are live pictures on your screens right now of the Luthra brothers who are being taken from the Goa court. They have now been remanded to 5 days police custody. This is Anjuna in Goa, where the court is. And now 5 days that they will be in police custody, they will be questioned, they will be interrogated, and on the 22nd of December when they will be produced in court again. But Devyesh, like I was saying, the Luthra brothers who've tried their level best to run, to not face the law, to literally get away from the investigation, from running to Phuket, and it was the agencies and the MEA, the police, and of course the Thai officials who expedited the arrest and got him back. So today again complaining of chest pain. Now what the doctor said is a different thing, but fact is that how are they now possibly going to escape, because they will have to answer all the questions. What are the legal remedies they are exploring?
Well, now they have been remanded to police custody, so now they cannot do anything. They will have to remain in police custody for the next 5 days. Whatever their lawyer tries and explains to the court that further custody is needed or not needed, that will be on next date. But as of now, till 22nd, they will be in police custody. In police custody regarding interrogation, they will be interrogated regarding their own.
All right, Devyesh, please stay on. We also have a response coming in from the lawyer.
और आगे की जो भी प्रोसीडिंग्स होंगी वो फिर रिमांड के बाद जब दोबारा 22 तारीख को इनको प्रोड्यूस किया जाएगा तब उसके बाद फिर फर्दर रखा जाएगा।
तो उनकी मांग क्या थी? डिमांड क्या था? मैट्रेस का कुछ डिमांड था?
उसमें बेसिकली ये इशू आ रहा था, ऐसा हमें भी पता चला कि बताया जा रहा है कोई चेस्ट पेन है या कोई भी चीज है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ना ऐसी कोई भी चीज आज प्रोसीडिंग में कहीं पर भी निकल के आई, ना ही कोई ऐसी कंप्लेंट कोर्ट के सामने रखी गई थी। उनके द्वारा ये कहा गया था कि उनको कुछ इश्यूज हैं, उसके लिए उनको डनलैप या फिर कुछ स्पेशल कंसिडरेशन वो मांग रहे थे कोर्ट से, जिसको स्टेट ने बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से अपोज किया है। हमने उस बात को अपोज किया है और हमने बिल्कुल सख्ती से मना किया है कि किसी भी प्रकार की कोई भी एक्स्ट्रा रिलैक्सेशन नहीं दी जानी चाहिए। और जहां पर ऑलरेडी एक तरफ 25 लोगों का परिवार है, जो विक्टिम परिवार है और जो इतनी बड़ी एक ये जेनोसाइड ट्रेजेडी हुई थी उसको मद्देनजर रखते हुए कोर्ट ने भी इस बात का संज्ञान लिया है। लेकिन जब उनकी तरफ से बहुत ज्यादा इस बात को प्रेस किया गया कि मेडिकल कंडीशन ठीक नहीं है, अच्छी नहीं है, ये नहीं है, और जब वो लोग इसको एक लेंथ पे लेके जा रहे थे उस वक्त कोर्ट ने इस बात को कंसिडर करते हुए तुरंत स्टेट के अपोज करने पे री एग्जामिनेशन बोला, और जो कि अभी उनका दोबारा से मेडिकल किया गया और जिसमें ये बात वहां से भी क्लियर हो गई है कि ऐसी किसी भी चीज की अभी उनको आवश्यकता नहीं है, जिसके बाद कोर्ट ने इस बात को कंसिडर करते हुए किसी भी चीज की कोई रिलैक्सेशन नहीं दी है और 5 दिन का रिमांड ग्रांट किया।
और कुछ डिमांड था सर, और कुछ डिमांड था उनका? और
नहीं, बेसिकली मेडिसिन और वो सब चीजें थी, लेकिन जो मेन जिस चीज पे वो लोग प्रेस कर रहे थे वो यही था कि उनको कंसिडरेशन मिल जाए, कुछ उनको स्पेशल सर्विसेज जैसे कि वो डनलप मांग रहे थे और ये सब चीजें हैं जिसके लिए क्लियरली कोर्ट ने मना कर दिया है। उनके बाद ज्यादा प्रेस करने के बाद भी री एग्जामिनेशन मेडिकल भी करा लिया गया है, उसमें भी कहीं पर भी किसी भी प्रकार की जरूरत नहीं आई है।
So, watertight case that the Goa police had assured they had built against the Luthra brothers, and evidence that was presented in court, they have been sent to 5 days police custody. 22nd of December is when they will be produced again. We'll continue to keep you ahead on the story. For the moment, we shift our focus. The Indian Navy is sharply boosting its air power. From INS Hansa and Goa, India Today bringing you an exclusive look at the Navy's newest combat asset. The Navy is set to commission its second squadron of MH-60R Romeo helicopters, strengthening surveillance, anti-submarine and strike capabilities. Equipped with advanced sensors, Hellfire missiles and torpedoes, these helicopters significantly enhance India's maritime dominance across the Indian Ocean region. Here's that report.
इस वक्त जब सरहद पर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर जारी है, समुद्री सरहद पर भारतीय नौसेना अपनी हवाई मारक क्षमता को लगातार बढ़ा रही है। भारतीय नौसेना के बेड़े में दुनिया का सबसे आधुनिक और मल्टी मिशन हेलीकॉप्टर MH-60 रोमियो की दूसरी स्क्वाड्रन शामिल हो रही है। इस वक्त मैं गोवा में हंसा नेवल बेस पर मौजूद हूं, जहां पर ये नए जो हेलीकॉप्टर हैं वो शामिल हो रहे हैं। ये दूसरी स्क्वाड्रन है। हमारे साथ इस हेलीकॉप्टर के पायलट हैं लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर प्रखर भार्गवा। आपसे जानना चाहूँगा इसकी ऐसी क्या खासियत है जो कि ये भारतीय नौसेना के हवाई मारक क्षमता को बढ़ाने का काम करता है।
MH-60R helicopter is the most advanced helicopter present in Indian Navy. It is an all-weather aircraft which is capable of operating both by day and night from ashore and afloat. Its exceptional stability, long endurance and state-of-the-art weapon and sensors fitted in the aircraft makes it a potent platform for achieving any operational objective, whether it is anti-submarine warfare, surface surveillance or search and rescue. The diversity and the operational capabilities and the technology which is used in this aircraft provide Indian Navy the capability to achieve operational objectives in toughest conditions.
The MH-60R helicopter is fitted with advanced avionics, sensors and weapon systems. So in order to maintain these advanced systems, we require high maintenance standards and technical oversight. So as a technical team, we ensure that each and every system fitted on the aircraft is maintained at its high standard and it is available for all operational requirement when demanded by the Navy.
हवाई मोर्चे पर भारतीय नौसेना अपनी मारक क्षमता को बढ़ा रही है। भारतीय नौसेना के बेड़े में दुनिया का जो सबसे आधुनिक मल्टी मिशन हेलीकॉप्टर है उसकी नई स्क्वाड्रन शामिल हो रही है। MH-60 रोमियो हेलीकॉप्टर जो अमेरिका का बना हुआ है और यहाँ INS हंसा गोवा में इससे पहले कोच्चि में एक स्क्वाड्रन शामिल हुई थी। इसकी मारक क्षमता की हम बात करें तो ये हेलफायर मिसाइल से लैस है। समुद्री मोर्चे पर बात करें तो समुद्र के गहरे समुद्र से के नीचे पनडुब्बी के खिलाफ ऑपरेशन के लिए टॉर्पेडोस को लैस किया गया है। हमारे साथ इस स्क्वाड्रन के कमांडिंग ऑफिसर हैं कैप्टन धीरेन्द्र बिस्ट। उनसे जानेंगे कि क्या मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा, ये दूसरी स्क्वाड्रन है और जिस तरह का ये हेलीकॉप्टर है मल्टी मिशन हेलीकॉप्टर है, क्या सिग्निफिकेंस, क्या महत्व आप इसका देखते हैं?
INS 65 will function as the eyes, ears and first hunters of the fleet, providing real-time situational awareness, undersea warfare capability and rapid response across our vast maritime spaces.
The commissioning of 2nd Squadron will be significantly boost the Indian Navy's anti-submarine warfare capabilities, particularly in the Indian Ocean region, where Chinese naval activity has increased. The helicopter can defeat and track enemy submarine, making them a potent force multiplier for the Indian Navy. The MH-60R Romeo helicopters will be deployed on INS Vikramaditya, INS Vikrant and other naval vessels. With camera person Kirpal Singh, this is Manjit Negi for India Today from INS Hansa, Goa.
And well, politics over National Herald that rages on with the Gandhis granted relief by the Delhi court. Congress has launched a fresh attack on the Modi government, staging protests from Delhi to Karnataka, while the BJP warns that the final chapter of this legal battle is yet to be written. Watch this report.
After a long legal battle, the relief for the Gandhis in the National Herald case has sparked a fresh political storm. The Congress has now upped the ante against the Narendra Modi government, alleging a decade-long vendetta.
अचानक 30 जून 2021 को एफआईआर लॉन्च होती है, एक सलाह ली जाती है और अचानक जो 7 साल से संयुक्त सहमति थी कि नहीं होनी चाहिए वो एफआईआर होती है। अगर ये राजनीतिक द्वेष नहीं तो क्या है? ये एजेंसीज पे दुरुपयोग का सबसे ज्यादा प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण है।
Congress MPs staged a protest at Parliament's iconic Makar Dwar, waving Satyamev Jayate placards and demanding justice.
After the Delhi court refused to take cognizance of ED charge sheet in National Herald case, today the Congress MPs along with a few other MPs of India bloc are right now protesting right in front of Makar Dwar. Right behind me you can see as to how the MPs are now protesting and KC Venugopal is leading that entire protest. The posters which the Congress MPs are holding reads Satyamev Jayate, truth prevail.
The protest was not just limited to Delhi. In Karnataka, Congress leaders gathered near the Gandhi statue at the Suvarna Soda in Belagavi, condemning the central government's political vendetta over the National Herald case.
BJP, they wanted to keep us busy. They wanted to file false cases. Money laundering case. What money laundering? Whether they have found cash? There is no money laundering. Today, a justice has been prevailed.
The Congress claims that allegations of money laundering and illegal property transfer were baseless.
ये लोग आज मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग, सीबीआई ऐसे एजेंसीज को उपयोग करके हमारे कांग्रेस नेताओं को बदनाम कर रहे हैं। खासकर गांधी फैमिली को उन्होंने सताने के लिए ही ये केस डाला है।
The BJP, however, termed the court order dismissing the ED charge sheet to be a temporary relief, insisting that the final verdict will go against the Gandhis.
ये अभी टेम्पररी उनको राहत अपने भले महसूस करें, लेकिन जब फाइनल फैसला आएगा तो वो कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने जिन लोगों ने घोटाला किया है, ये फाइनल फैसला उनके विरुद्ध जाना ही है।
With the court verdict delivering the Gandhis temporary relief, the political battle lines are drawn sharper than ever. Protests, claims and counterclaims continue, keeping the National Herald saga at the center of India's political storm. With Piyush Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And well, it is Pawan Kalyan versus Jagan Mohan Reddy yet again, as Andhra Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan has reacted very strongly to former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's alleged threat to police personnel. Kalyan has instructed the police to act strictly according to the law and clarified that officers performing their duties will not be intimidated. Pawan Kalyan further said that the NDA government under Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will not remain silent against such remarks, emphasizing that full protection will be provided to the police force. This comes after Jagan Mohan Reddy allegedly warned officials, saying that administrations may change and that officers, even after retirement, could be called back.
గౌరవ మాజీ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు పోలీసు ఉన్నతాధికారులకు సైతం నేరుగా హెచ్చరికలు జారీ చేస్తా ఉన్నారు. మేము భవిష్యత్తులో వస్తాం, మేము చేస్తామంటే అంటే ఏ స్థాయికి వెళ్ళిపోయారో చూడండి. ప్రభుత్వ పోలీసు ఉన్నతాధికారులు కూడా బెదిరించే స్థాయికి వెళ్ళిపోయారు. ఇలాంటి మారాలి ఉండాలి అంటే మేమందరం చాలా గట్టిగా ఉన్నాం. అదే స్థానంలో మీ మద్దతు సంపూర్ణంగా కోరుకుంటున్నాం. ఏ అధికారి కూడా, ఏ రాజకీయ నాయకుడు కూడా పోలీస్ అధికారులు కానీ ఒక పోలీస్ కానిస్టేబుల్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఉన్నత పోలీస్ అధికారి వరకు బెదిరిస్తే ఉపేక్షించదు. నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి నాయకత్వంలోని కూటమి ప్రభుత్వం చాలా చాలా బలంగా తీసుకుంటాం. దీన్ని బలహీనంగా తీసుకుంటాం మేము. అంటే ప్రతి స్టేట్మెంట్ చాలా ఇట్ విల్ బి కీన్లీ అబ్జర్వ్డ్.
ఎల్లకాలం వీళ్ళ ప్రభుత్వం ఉండదు. గిమిలి అని అంటున్నారు. అధికారం కూడా తొందరగా కూడా పోవచ్చు, లేకపోయినా ఉండేది 4 ఏళ్లే. దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మా ప్రభుత్వం వస్తుంది. మీరు చేసిన ఇల్లీగల్ యాక్టివిటీస్ దగ్గరుండి బయటకు తీస్తాం. ఏదో రిటైర్డ్ అయిపోయి వెళ్ళిపోతారు అనుకుంటున్నారేమో, రిటైర్డ్ అయిపోయినా పిలిపిస్తాం. లేకపోతే తిరుపతిలో సుబ్బరాయుడు ఉన్నాడు, చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు తెలంగాణ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నాడు డెప్యుటేషన్ నుండి. ఆయన ఏదో డెప్యుటేషన్ మళ్ళీ తెలంగాణ వెళ్ళిపోతాను అనుకుంటున్నాడేమో, తెలంగాణ నుంచి మళ్ళీ పిలిపిస్తాం. 7 సముద్రాల అవతలున్నా కూడా పిలిపిస్తాం. ప్రతి పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్కు చెప్తా ఉన్నాం, చూస్తూ ఊరుకోం.